That didn't really help. Can I make this font a little bit bigger than 20? How about 40? It did nothing. Okay, whatever. It's just gonna be a black box. Like I was saying, what's up everyone? I got like 3 hours to spend tonight, so after I change my settings to actually have a button to start my splits, we will be good to go. I have a button, so let's go. So as a heads up, the first like 2 levels of this, I guess, aren't technically blind, and I've beaten them on emulator. I was gonna play this like directly after Storks, but then I got an NT, so I guess it is a little weird that this sounds like slightly behind, but I guess I'll get used to it. And just because I've beaten this level once, I guess, does not mean I'll beat it fast the second time. I do remember this not being like the hardest level in the world to learn. I don't remember dying to that fish last time though, so I guess I'll just keep those opinions to myself. I wish there was a way for me to hear like my actual TV feed and not the headset feed, but I feel like if I turned up the TV loud enough to be able to hear it, then the mic would definitely pick it up also. That's okay, I guess. It's not really the end of the world, but it is a little weird because it's like probably a full like second or second and a half delay. And like luckily I'm not playing off of my capture, so it's not like the end of the world for gameplay stuff. But it is throwing off my audio cues a little bit, I think. I'll adjust it, it's gonna take a minute, I guess. You know, for having beaten Storks and actually having played the first level of Storks kind of a lot, I figured I wouldn't really be having this much trouble with that piranha jump, which is basically just like a tamed version of the Storks jump. but it's fucking me up more tonight than I think it did on the first play. When I was playing on emulator. I do like that you can hug the pipe on that, that's nice. Not entirely sure why I thought I could just duck under that and it'd be okay. So it looks like I gotta run off that a little bit earlier. Okay. I don't know why I've been waiting so long on that winged platform jump. One of the weird things about being on NT is that I've been on emulator for so long that my timing for regrabs is like still mostly emulator. And I guess it doesn't help that I'm still like mostly testing Bone on emulator until it's ready for console testing and stuff. But like these regrabs, I can visualize what I need to do, but I guess this is also a warm-up. I haven't really been playing Kaizo outside of stuff I've been designing or the race levels in a while, so... Okay, so I can't just jump over to that piranha probably. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I like how this forces you to move a lot and quickly, but it's not like super fast yet. It feels like a nice calm level 1, which is nice. Because like it still has a nice like flow and it's a lot of like cool movement and stuff, but it kind of eases you into it a little bit more than other Kaizos would maybe. For example, this like really shitty land on the edge of the piranha plant thing is the first jump of Storks, and it's like 4th or 5th jump here, and it actually like contextually like fits there. Yeah, Vic, how's it going? My alerts are apparently underneath all my text, so sorry about that. But thank you for the host, and I hope you're doing well. Looks like my chat's like a little bit on top of the gameplay window, but... Feels pretty good to be playing on console though. So thank you again, Earthmelon, for making that possible. Because not gonna lie, I don't know if I really like ever would have bought myself a Super NT, but it's very nice to have one. Maybe I do have to jump onto the gray platform again, because those piranha plants are a little bit higher up than I thought they'd be. There we go. Almost. I guess I actually don't need to do that, because then the second piranha is too low. I was expecting to have to like weave around, but maybe I just jump onto the top one. Also, how are you doing, Vic? I'd forget if I actually asked. Sorry. I know you normally lurk, but if you want to chat, I guess. Yeah, I gotta do that jump because that piranha's in like a really awkward spot if I just go straight away. Okay. I feel like I gotta look back at the first like time I actually did this because I did stream my first like actual attempt of this level. I gotta see how long it actually took me then, because I feel like it's taking me longer now, but I also feel like I'm kind of learning a lot better this time, which is helpful if I ever want to actually start somewhat speedrunning stuff again. I don't really know if I like have the time to like learn runs really while designing stuff, but I don't know. Maybe it'd help. Alright. Let's focus and get this midway and stop dying to the first half. I think I've tried to spin over there and I don't actually make it on top of the piranha plant, if I remember right, so I'm assuming this is just a throwback to the first jump with Storks. Unfortunately, I haven't actually played Storks on NT, so I don't really have as much practice for this jump as I probably should for having beaten Storks. And I guess I also gotta remind myself that I was like very slow through Storks, so it's not like I like blazed through it or anything. I didn't beat it, but it was not fast. Alright. So if I could do that without getting caught on the lip of the winged block, I think I'd be good. I gotta imagine midway is either like after that or after another obstacle after that. Probably one more than another thing, if I remember right. Oh. Alright, I guess I gotta go faster then. That is another thing that I've noticed I have a problem with. I'll come up with like a very weird way to do something, and to my knowledge it'll work once, but like it won't work well enough to like consistently do it, or it like works for that jump specifically but it doesn't work for the thing after it, so I have to like learn the normally more obvious but correct strategy first. So I guess that would happen less if I just stopped ridiculously overthinking everything. It's a good placement for that fireball if you have to jump down fast. It's one thing I do like about all the setups I've seen from Invictus is they're all really creative with how they like use sprites and stuff. Jez has a very distinct style for that, and that's cool because it's pretty hard to come up with this style for Okay, so 1 bounce and over, because 2 bounces and over took too long. And then it's another activate Kaizo into a pipe thing. Okay. Good job. I guess I probably shouldn't be doing a spin jump over there if I don't need to be, because it is like really cutting it close. And there's more margin for error on this jump than I'm giving myself credit for already, so yeah. That is a tight spin jump over that. I must have gotten pretty lucky getting that pretty quick on my first attempt, because I don't remember that being that tight. Hey, it's going pretty well. As a disclaimer, I have technically played this level and I think the level after this before. But it was on emulator a while ago, and I'm on NT now trying to relearn all my muscle memories, so it doesn't really affect anything. But it's going well. It's been fun. I've been meaning to play this game seriously for a while now, and kind of just keep putting it on the back burner, so I figured it'd be good to finally just sit down and do it tonight. How are you doing tonight? Kaizo Kindergarten's hard. I picked it up the first night because like everyone on Twitch was playing it. Also, hi Yag. But yeah, I picked it up the first night, and then I realized that the castles were way harder than I thought that they were gonna be. Which sucks because like it looks like an amazing tutorial hack, and like I'll obviously have to play it at some point, but like it also looks very hard. And especially the end game looks kind of ridiculous, which kind of sucks because like the end game's the stuff that I personally could use a lot, because like I don't really know cape tech. Like I kind of know spinfly stuff, but like I don't really know anything involving like regular cape and especially like cape slow fly and stuff like that. I kind of do turnarounds, I guess, but I know there's a lot of that information at the end of the hack. From what I remember, yeah, I was gonna say, from what I remember, the assessments were the pretty tricky things. I think as long as like you're accustomed to the assessments being pretty hard, and like I do like that he made them hard, because that's a lot more close to what you'll be seeing in Kaizo levels than just like all of the tricks in isolation, I guess. And I mean, like obviously it's not like I guess it's not like a crazy concept, because Learn to Kaizo did it too, but I really like the way that Penga did it. It's just hard. I'm very good at gapping these Koopas, apparently. Yeah, and I guess it's worth mentioning, this is 1.1 of this game. I officially like didn't play this game through all of 1.0 and then downloaded 1.1 even kind of late. So I have no idea what the differences are. If you want to spot them and point them out, go for it. Well, I think, like, I don't watch Panga all the time, but I have lurked in a couple of his, like, design things, especially for Mario Maker 2. I did a little bit for Mario Maker 1, but, like, I have watched a couple of his Mario Maker 2 things, and, like, he just has a refreshing lack of, like, I really don't care how hard this is. And, like, it's cool to see, because, like, as a creator, like, I personally, like, very much care about how hard my stuff is. So it's sort of hard to see, like, the complete opposite end of that, and him just making stuff that's, like, 100% for his own difficulty, and if you want to beat it too, that's cool. If not, like, whatever. And, like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I can very much appreciate the slight differences in design philosophy, I guess. Well, and not to mention Panga is an insane, I don't know how I lived through that. Panga's like 20 times the player I am, at least. And, like, even though his setups are very hard, like, they're always super creative, and his theming is always really strong, which is, like, a very underrated part of level design, in my opinion. It's another reason why, like, I really like this game, especially this first level, because, like, it sticks to its theme of, like, winged blocks and piranha plants, pretty much. And the occasional kaizo fish, I guess. And then it, like, builds around those elements to create, like, a difficulty curve naturally and stuff like that. I don't know. It's an interesting design philosophy, and I really like when creators are able to do it. And Panga definitely does it well. Thanks, Light. Are you gonna make me a layout soon? How's it going? And hope Bun is/was going well. I had to dip out, so I don't know if you actually beat it, but if you did, GG. Nice. Well, I hope you have fun on the run back. I personally think that Bun Bun is a lot better of a game when you know what to do. One thing that I've been lucky to experience, but is also kind of hard to experience sometimes, is it's not the most clear hack, and, like, I think that works to its benefit and to its downfall in a couple of places. But once you have the muscle memory of, like, what to do, I think a lot of the setups tend to run a little bit smoother. So hopefully it's fun. I'm gonna have to fix that chat box, because it is kind of overlapping the screen a little bit more than I realized. I should have just kept going. I don't know why I panicked and stopped, but I guess that's the PB. And honestly, that's a better statistics than normal Light, so thank you for that, because I've seen plenty of playthrough where people just get, like, drastically lost or confused on a segment, and it's not always their fault, I guess. I don't know. I am kind of closer to considering doing a Bun Bun 1.1 than I probably ever have been, I guess. I was wondering why there was a Kaizo on the left as well, and I think I found out why. But like I was saying before, I died so rudely to that. I am kind of at least contemplating doing a Bun Bun 1.1, which honestly I didn't want to do at first because, like, I really kind of want to keep my Eldad comment on there, because while he didn't, like, love it, he did recommend it enough. And I've been following Eldad for long enough to very much appreciate that comment and not want to delete it because I have to submit a 1.1. But since that's the way SMW Central works for their hacks, like, you can't just, like, keep your stuff from before. Which makes sense, I guess, because, like, you don't want to keep a comment that says, like, hey, this shit's broke, don't play this, if you fixed it, I guess. But it doesn't really apply to, like, good comments that you want to keep, I guess. Just personal, personal venting, I guess. I've also vented about it to Eldad, and he agrees, but it's not much they can do about it, so it's whatever. Alright, so let's just go ahead and beat this off now, because now I feel like I've seen everything and I'm just dying to dumb shit. Alright, and I fucked up the timing for this again. That was like the absolute worst timing I could have had for that. I think if I would have started running when I died, I would have been okay, but basically do the exact opposite of what I just did, and I'll be fine. I'm also just gonna try going when I get there and just see if that works. Okay, going might just work. I'm gonna try just going one more time, but this time I'm actually gonna hold right. Eldad took just over 3 hours, I think. The fastest clears I've seen of Bun Bun were by Eldad, Juz, and I want to say Dark 9 beat it, but I think he beat it in closer to like 4 hours and not 3 hours. Yeah, sub 10 for your first clear is a very good time on it. I would say an average clear time of Bun Bun is closer to like 15-ish hours, at least for if you're coming at it from the next step up, I guess, rather than just like a random hack that you're really good at. Because Tofu could eat pretty fast too. Now that I'm thinking about everyone that's actually played Bun Bun at this point, I guess. And you know who, like, kind of surprised me who played it fast, is Mistaken. I haven't really gotten to watch him a ton, but I've been following him for a while. But he's a Lunar Dragon runner, mostly, who, like, kind of just recently, I think, as far as I know, kind of started getting into, like, other Kaizo hacks. Like, I think he's mostly a Lunar Dragon runner and a Quickie runner, I believe. I could be wrong, and I just haven't actually paid much attention, I guess, but I think he only took about 4 hours as well. So, shoutouts to everyone that I've been able to catch playthroughs of, I guess. I've been trying as hard as I can to catch everyone that I see playing it, but my work has made that kind of difficult at times. Yeah. Sorry. Had a wife to text. Alright. I could have also fixed that text during that quick... or the text that's overlapping my screen, I guess, during that quick break, but whatever. Let's just get it after I get the midway. Alright, I gotta wait a second on that. I think I'm jumping a little too early, and that is what's fucking me up here. Not that long. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe that is, might be an issue if that's game lag. Is the audio ahead or behind? I guess it's probably the audio I'm hearing and it's behind. But I'm not entirely sure how to fix that. Maybe I can run a video delay to at least sync it up on your end. Because, like, I can hear the audio delay, but I kind of just figured it was a stream delay, I guess. Alright, good jump. I still actually need to play Jump Half. I've been trying to stay pretty blind to it. That's another game that I played like right when it came out, but because my stream schedule is like a really, really small percentage of most other stream schedules, it became pretty hard to like keep up with it. And then I kind of just started doing other stuff, I guess. But I want to say I played like 20 or 30 exits at Jump Half, and it was all really fun. I just kind of like stopped playing because I got distracted, I guess. Alright, and as expected, you can't just run there, which makes that part a lot easier. I'm glad I just tried to do that. Okay, so slight confession that I found with this controller here. Sliding is a little bit of a pain in the ass, because if I do like any, like, I know it sounds weird, but if I do like any like left or right movement, even while I'm like holding down on the D-pad, it basically like registers either the left or right input. I think it's something that I can fix if I like ever open up the controller, I guess, but I'm a little nervous to do that. Okay, so what if I try to... Can I configure the video and maybe delay the video by like a couple of seconds? Although I guess that would just mean my mic audio is like farther ahead. Let's look at the audio properties here. Oh, maybe I can shorten this. Hey Ari, thanks for the host. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my audio issues. Well, it looks like it's actually a little bit better now. I had to offset my desktop audio a little bit because it was behind the gameplay, but it looks like it's still slightly off, actually. Oh, is it good now? I don't know, it still sounds like it's like not like majorly off, but it does sound like it's like 5 or 10 milliseconds off still. Alright, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get this stream. I'll play around with it a little bit more later, but okay. So I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Sorry if the audio is still off, I guess. But it sounds like it's at least a little bit better now. Okay. Alright. So this is sort of what I was talking about with the slope thing, though, because, like, I'm holding down, and sometimes I'm running, and sometimes I'm very clearly, like, just walking down the hill. I almost kind of have to hold, like, down left, sort of, which feels a little awkward, but I guess it's an easy enough thing to learn. Alright. So land on the number platform, fall fast, spin jump, yeah. Jump around you. Okay. That wasn't a bad life, I guess. Yeah. Damn it. I saw what to do, but I didn't correct in time. Okay. I'm surprised I'm alive on any of this. Okay. I'm not surprised that's how I died, but that's okay. And then it's another... I think this is the block snake where I have to like jump through it and then complete it, if I remember right. Okay. Well, so far at least, second half's gone a lot better than the first half did. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is the end of the level where I just jump, spin, spin. Yeah, cool. I'm surprised I got that on the first shot. Alright, so the second half went way better than the first half did. I think the first half took me like a half hour, and that half took me like 10 minutes. Where's the text? Through here. 1. Alright. Let's just keep going, I guess. Thanks, sorry. I had to remember what I was saying first, but... Alright. Gotta grab fast. Stall better. Okay. Alright, so at least my fingers seem to remember what to do for the first half of this level. I do remember this level kind of kicked my ass the first time, so I probably have a little bit more muscle memory here than I did in level 1. I knew the second I said that I was gonna die. That's why I had like a weird question-y tone to whatever I was saying. Ooh, wow, that was close. I feel like I got a different opening last time, or the first time, compared to the last run that I had. I wonder if I can like sit over here and change the spawn timing of that. That looked pretty much the same, I think. Okay. So if I go right away, is it any better? Not really. Kind of figures that I would get this first try, think I have the muscle memory, and then say something about it. Thanks, Light. And I hope your cat faffing about is doing well. It's fun to say. Okay, so as long as I'm on like that middle line, it seems like it's okay. It's like actually just ahead of the line. It's a really tight visual cue. Okay. Guess I should probably throw all 3 blocks. Well, that's definitely not how you do it. Okay. I did not mean to run onto the top of that snake, but that's okay. Spring speed. I thought I was gonna go too fast that time, and then I forgot that springs just like reset your speed to 0, basically, like when you grab them. At least that's what it feels like. I don't know if that's actually what happens. Is there something I'm doing wrong on this part? I feel like I could be spawning this ball and chain differently, but I don't really... Like, I don't understand if I'm early, or if this is consistent and I just need to get a better visual cue. Because that felt like it was basically at the same spot. Okay. I think that means you're going to bed, Yag. Have a good night if you are. If you're snoozing at the gameplay, that's also fair. For sure. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Normally I see what I'm doing wrong in a segment, but I don't actually know what I'm doing wrong here. And I also typically prefer not backseating in chat, but if someone in chat sees what I'm doing wrong here, feel free to shout it out, I guess. Okay. Yeah. No. PB, I guess. I will not hit Tapa. Thank God. Okay, so I seem to have a better strat of just run at the ball and chain instead of trying to wait. So I guess that's the strat. Oh, I respawned a fireball. That was weird. I don't think that's usable at all, but that was weird. Alright. 3 in a row running at it means that that's probably the strat. Woo! Yeah, I think the strat... Oh. Okay, I assume this is a secret exit. I assume the strat's gotta be just run at it. Oh. Just hype if you got it, I guess. Let's get the midway again. Why not? I don't think it like reset my midway or anything, but... I probably should have ran into that when I had time, instead of stopping just before it. Oh, but you do have to stop before it. You just gotta time it under the first bounce, which is bigger for some reason. That's weird. Oh, that was just my controller unsloping. Okay. Big jump there. Why won't you big jump there, self? You have no problem doing it there. Thank you. Oh boy, what is all this? Okay. So, while I think it's clear where the path is going eventually, that mess of tiles was a little overwhelming to read at first. And I mean, like, luckily the path is still pretty clear, all things considered. Oh, that popped up a lot farther than expected. But that's just the one problem I do have with super chocolatey tiles and stuff sometimes. I assume I need to spin off of this because it'll get me up higher. Let me in. Oh, okay. So do that, but slightly better. Got it. Oh. Why did I assume that you would not need the block past those first two grabs? That was good progress. But why? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna refrain from saying anything because I don't want to jinx myself. Nice. Not gonna lie, I was a little worried I was gonna fuck up that ending slide because like my controller clearly doesn't slide that well, but cool. I am very happy to be back to this level in like an hour because this is the farthest I've ever gotten. So everything past this point is 100% blind, I guess. Until now, it's been technically not blind, I guess. I don't actually know how to like console save, but I guess I'm not done yet, so I'll just wait. Given that I'm on console now, though, I do actually have to sort of care about midways, so. Okay, I think I got up to, like, this room reliably. How many do you throw and then stop? 6? Okay. I do remember that strat at least. And then you stomp down in the corner, and I walk around you. Okay. I think I got up to that lotus room pretty consistently, and then everything after that is kind of a mystery, I guess. Yeah, and thank you for the GG light. I don't remember if I said that, but it's appreciated. Oh, I definitely thought he jumped in through that. So, I guess to sort of explain to people who haven't played this also, the room with the baseball chucks, I basically want the chuck to be jumping as he's throwing the baseballs. Because when he jumps and throws it, even though it doesn't look like he's like actually throwing them any higher, it throws it with the hitbox like ever so slightly above Mario, instead of just barely touching Mario. But basically what that means is that you get like kind of free attempts down there as long as you want, as long as he's jumping as you throw. Feels weird to talk about a segment that I'm not at while actively trying to get back there, but let's see, you can kind of see the baseballs that go like through his hat instead of like through his nose, and his hitbox like just barely ends at his nose, so you end up being able to live there. I keep dying to that regrab because I keep thinking I'm like not gonna make it on there, but I need to try it without regrabbing because I'm pretty sure you can. And if I can just get like a first cycle strat for that room, I think I would get a lot more consistent at it. I was gonna die anyway. Hey Pam, how's it going? I feel like this is the first time you've been on where I haven't been racing, so I can actually talk to you. But welcome. Hope you're doing well tonight. I mean, honestly, I've had a better day as well. Today was not exactly one of my favorite work days or coming home days, but I guess I'm doing okay now. Kind of hard to stay mad when you're playing Super Mario World, hanging out with friends and stuff, so. Okay, so as long as that last jump is hit the Kaizo and jump over, then it should be fine. It's when it's not both of those that it's an issue. Okay, so I can't just go. That's a lot easier if I just go. So let's just do that. Yeah, it's always nice to watch people play through stuff. I will say it's sometimes a little stressful too, because like it's a weird balance being a Kaizo designer, because like you don't really want people to one-shot your stuff, because then it's like too easy. but you also don't want them to struggle endlessly on stuff. And like, luckily you didn't struggle endlessly like on anything that I saw. But I have been in a couple of random playthroughs and stuff where people kind of get hung up on like hours on levels, and I just feel bad because I don't know. I intended Bun Bun to be hard, but not a game where even when you're learning it, you'd have to invest like multiple hours per level, because it's not always my favorite to do that. Like, I get that just kind of happens with some Kaizo levels, and I get that that's even going to happen in this hack at some point, for sure. But I don't know. I kind of forgot what the point of that rant was, but oh yeah, it's a weird balance, I guess, as a Kaizo designer, because you don't want people to do like super well on your stuff, but you also don't want them to like struggle really. Oh, I counted that wrong. Let me just wait for you to reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh yeah, like I guess it's worth mentioning. I like designing stuff that is like possible to one shot, but like probably won't be one shot, I guess, is kind of my design philosophy. Like, I'm sure there are plenty of people out there, honestly, who could just like breeze through most of my stuff. I will say that opinions on the difficulty of Bun Bun seem to be pretty split, which is interesting, because like most of the more like experienced Kaizo players that I see playing the game view it like completely as like Tofu basically said, it was on not on the level of Quickie 2, but like not very far above it and stuff, whereas people who like maybe play it a little bit earlier in their Kaizo careers like hate how many regrabs are in it and stuff. Okay, so I do have to wait. I do have to wait for that cycle to go through because that doesn't line up. I think I might need to tweak my NT colors a little bit, because I'm looking back and forth between the between my TV and the display, and it looks like my TV is a lot more of like a navy blue, and this one is like still a navy blue, but it's more like desaturated. Or maybe it's just a different hue, because like the walls also look darker on the capture than they are. Okay. Jump. 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 Okay. Oh, that wasn't right. And I'm sorry to hear that, Pam. I actually technically need glasses too, but we just haven't really been able to afford them. Because I'm going to have to go back to the eye doctor and get re-examined whenever I do need to get them again, because it's been a while. But get them if you can afford them, because it's definitely better to have them than not have them. And I will say, there are less regrabs in Bun Bun than Akagari. There are a couple of times where they're pretty intentional. And especially towards the end game, I think I sort of made a couple more regrab heavy spots. But I also wanted it to be like fairly approachable, and at least like in the early part of the game, I didn't necessarily think regrabs were super important to throw everywhere. And I mean, like, it's a fun skill and stuff, but I just saved it for more of the end game stuff from what I noticed. Okay. So run, but then wait under here probably. That was even worse timing. Hey Velociraptor, how's it going? Dumb White Nari, he's just freaking out that everyone here considers him a friend, even though he's been here, like, for forever at this point. Alright. So the thing that sucks is that I know that there's, like, a full room at least after this before a midway. And then I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I'm pretty fuzzy on like the rest of Invictus. Like, I've definitely seen people run it a lot, but like I don't really hang out in a lot of speedrun streams of it. And I've definitely seen people play through it at this point, just because it'd be pretty hard to avoid entirely. But for someone who has seen a decent portion of it, you can definitely consider a lot of this portion or playthrough blind still. That was no jump. Oh. Well, that is very good to know, because that was the main reason why I haven't done that yet. I might be making a eye doctor appointment soon. Thank you for that. Okay. Jump. Jump. Okay, so you can actually still save it over there if he throws the low baseball. I thought I was dead there for sure. Okay. So I'm safe right here as I try to figure out what to do. I need to sync this up so I'm basically running off of this as the fireballs are like just passing that first rope, so they're just above me and I can run under them, it looks like. There we go. Okay. That's why it takes a little... just takes a little time sometimes. And then this is just run around in a circle to there, re-grab onto there, run across, grab the key, time the jump up. Oh boy. Okay. Ah, okay. Well, it's technically a PB in Invictus, I guess, because I don't think I've ever actually grabbed the key in that like quick on-off room. And I found a strat, at least a temporary strat, I guess, for the Volcano Lotus. Not gonna lie, I think I got kind of lucky with the on-offs in that room, that they just like happened to line up right when I needed it, but maybe I'll get lucky again, who knows. Alright, so I guess question about glasses shopping online, because this is actually something that we had an issue with the last time I was looking for glasses and stuff. How do you know if the frames, like, fit you if you're shopping for them online? Like, do they send you, like, test pairs and then you get to, like, pick them? Oh, that was a weird regrab. Or is it just, like, you buy these glasses? Oh. Say someone did not know the size of his head. Like, is that just, like, pulling out a tape measure? Okay. Because not gonna lie, like, if there's a difference in head sizes, I kind of need to know about it, because, like, for lack of a better phrase, my head is a weird size. Like, it's not, like, abnormally shaped or anything, I guess, but, like, it is kind of a weird size for stuff. And generally when there's an exception, like... Okay, fall off, wait. Wait for you to spit. Oh, that strat is amazing. Okay. Ah. Okay. Well, now that I have a strat for the Volcano Lotus room, it kind of just feels like it's a matter of time. I'm gonna reward myself with a smoke break probably once I get to midway here, because honestly that'll be 2.5 exits and I'll be farther than I've ever been in Invictus. Which will honestly probably actually motivate me to finally finish this game. Juz, if you happen to ever watch this or you're watching a VOD or something, the only reason it's taken me this long to play this is because I've gotten distracted by, like, my own projects. It has in no way been an indictment on the hack, because I've been very excited to play this and I've just, like, completely ran out of time. And I guess that's true. I gotta kind of remind myself that I have a habit of breaking things, so I should probably keep that in mind. Okay. So I could have probably delayed that another, like, half beat, probably, and it would have been fine. Basically want to catch it as it's, like, been on for a while, so it turns off right as I run off the edge to the time of me jumping up there, I think. Alright, run off, wait for spit 2. Okay. Yeah, please don't hurt yourself. Try to watch me. I know this gameplay is amazing and all, but also before I get horribly karmically punished for that death, I was 100% kidding. I could feel the karma for that one brewing. Okay, so if I land on this left arrow here, I'm actually not even in the way of the fireball. So that's good to know. Okay. Yeah, I waited too long. It's probably better... It's probably better to prep that slow fall on the way over there, actually. Don't know how wide my face is. So, in order to measure temple to temple, would it be like just a straight ruler, like, and just estimating how big it is? Or do I need to get one of those, like, I don't know, like soft, like fabric rulers? I guess I don't even really know how to measure them. But like the ones for like getting inseams and clothing and stuff like that. I don't know if I need one of those or if I could just use one of the ones I like have here. Because I guess theoretically I could answer that question right now. Because now I'm curious. It's like here. Oh, well, look at the big brain on Velociraptor. That sure makes a lot more sense than whatever the fuck I was trying to do. Okay, so here to here is it looks like it's about 5 inches or so. I would probably rather go a little bit over on that than under, because that feels like it's a little bit smaller. And I don't really honestly even know. I don't even really know what frames would look good on me, I guess. I guess that's probably the main reason why I would at least need to like go into a shop and like try some on. Because I think that was the original plan anyway, was to like, because we have a, what is it, like Warby Brothers or whatever it's called. We have one of those not too far from us, so we were planning originally on just like going there, trying on a bunch, and then just getting whatever ones we liked online at a lot better of a price. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go with like big ass chunky frames anyway. Especially not for like reading glasses or anything. Okay. Let's buckle down and get out of this half. This half has been shut me down for a while now. Not even necessarily on this play, but just in life, my progress has been halted by this hack on more than one attempt at this level, so... Alright, your dad jokes have been on another level the past couple days. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, if I'm buying a frame for $10, I don't really need to be, like, as picky as one. Or, like, as worry about it not matching as many things if it's only a $10 frame compared to, like, a $200 frame. I don't mind, but Nightbot might. So, there you go. You should be fine now. Like, I personally don't care, but I keep forgetting to turn that off. Try it, Velociraptor? I'm not really sure. I think you can. As far as I know, mods can do anything with Nightbot that I can do. Like, you guys can add and delete. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know you guys can add and delete commands and stuff, too. But... I guess if you would not mind permitting people in the future that ask for it. I mostly just have that on there so like people can't just like come into my chat and spam whatever fucking links they want left and right. But like for any really for any viewer that's been here longer than like one line, I don't care about linking stuff. And obviously I don't have a problem doing it. And even if we miss it or whatever, like it's not really that big of a deal because Nightbot just, like, it purges them from chat, but it doesn't actually have authority to do anything, so. I don't even think that works the way that you wanted it to, Ari. I think that just literally did it for twitch.tv/everyone. But if everyone happens to come into my chat, they are now permitted for the next 45 seconds or so. Okay. Wait here. Just wait for the second spit. Ah, that was it. Okay. Let me open that chart actually before I forget. Because chat is already being dumb and trying to link that away. Oh. I gotta copy it anyway, maybe that's why it's being weird. Honestly, you actually probably could have gotten away with linking that even without a Nightbot permission, because it wasn't like a full link. Oh, it's in millimeters. I'm gonna need to probably have Taylor measure that when I get home then. But that's good to know. Thank you. Okay, so I'll do that later then, but that's a good link to have. A little too early. Thanks, bro, yeah. Shoutouts to the tier 2 Eldad cloud. Or wait, I'm sorry. The Eldad, it won't let me use cloud because Twitch is dumb. Alright. Oh, I don't have any problems measuring millimeters, sorry, I don't have the accuracy to be able to do it by myself, so I'm just gonna have Taylor do it when she gets home. But we have plenty of rulers that have all kinds of measurements and stuff on it from our drawing stuff, because we like to measure stuff out a lot for that, so millimeters are helpful for that. Okay. I don't know what the thickness of a nail is, by the way. Okay. Oh. Oh, that makes more sense. It is hard to read and stream at the same time, apparently. Okay. I like that strat a little bit more, because it gives me a little bit more time to adjust to the blocks, which seem to be the harder thing. Ah, that was gonna be it. Okay. Okay. I think I have a strat figured out for that last on-off room too, so hopefully it's just a matter of time now. Jumped out too far. Okay. Alright, quick runoff, wait here, wait for the fireballs to kind of come down a little bit more. I probably waited too long. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should like count how many times. It sounds like it's kind of a lot of. I'm trying to debate on if it's worth it to count how many times those blocks go on and off, to see if it'd be an easier queue for me. But I don't really see how that's any easier than just like waiting for the Volcano Lotus fireballs to just kind of do their thing. Sorry, had an itch on my face, and of course it was like right underneath where the mic was. Whoops. Can I save this? I'm gonna try to save this. I'm kind of bored, so I'm gonna try to save this. Okay. I totally could have saved that. Now I'm just sad that I didn't save it, because all it was a key jump off of the Gooba bounce, and I could have even waited for it to like refresh. So you can't just run off there. Okay. Run off, wait, bump, bump. So basically, I can go if I just, like, stutter slightly and wait for the fireballs to kind of descend, but not, like, all the way. The laughing was from my next door neighbor. Someone else came over, and she was laughing as she opened the door. But yes, it was from my side. Just not me. I guess I could probably be doing this baseball part faster. That might be getting me... It might be slowing me down a little bit more than it needs to be, I guess. I wasn't really trying to do like speed strats or anything, but I guess at this point, if I could do it a little bit faster. I guess I don't really even need to wait the full cycle if it's just going to keep resetting like that anyway. Okay, there's my fast strat for that room. Okay, jump, fall, run across. Ah! I did that last time. but I think I'm gonna be okay now, because I think I have a pretty good strat figured out for the Lotus room and the baseball chuck room now, so as I just wait anyway. Cool strat, bro. Alright, run, off, on, off. Fuck. Okay, so that run after the key is actually the hardest thing in the level, which kind of sucks that it's so late. But you have to be holding down run to be able, or you have to be holding down run and jump to be able to cross that gap by running. But obviously you have to press jump to jump out of the gap, so you end up having to like press repress to jump pretty quick. Honestly, it's probably the fastest input in the game so far. It's the first time I fucked that up. Alright. I went flying off that. It is amazing to me how soundproof that apartment is. So I guess if you guys don't know, I live next door to a New Orleans style brass band. Most of the time it doesn't really get picked up on stream because I'm not really streaming with Mike. But I think they have a gig tomorrow, so they gotta practice tonight, which makes sense. If it ends up getting louder, I guess I'll mute Mike, but I'm kind of trying not to, so I guess we'll just see how it goes, but it's probably kind of loud. Oh boy, that was like the worst timing. Oh yeah, they're great. Like, I love listening to them and stuff, but just is probably getting picked up on stream, I guess. Alright. Fast baseball is killing me more than it's not, so I'm just gonna use my slow baby strats for that. Just wait. Yeah, it's pretty nice to live next door to him. I also work on CD art for them. Like, I'll just draw on CDs and stuff with their name and logo on it. I hadn't done it for a while, but I just actually got back into it the other week, so it was fun to help them with that. I just now noticed that you can actually see the timer in this one. That's funny. Well, congrats on hearing the sex, because that's some apartment life also. Hey Abs, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. sex noises and elephant dance noises are very different. And, I mean, I guess unless he's a bigger guy, but this conversation got weird fast. Alright, let's just get the fuck out of this segment. We are going off the rails now. I'm doing okay. I had kind of a weird day, honestly, but getting to chill has been nice. I've also finally caught up to where I was on my emulator file on here, so officially everything is blind now, which is nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there are plenty of times where I'm pretty worried that our neighbors hear us loud and clear. We're not the most quiet, and I feel bad, but I don't know. It's also good, so. Anyway. Now I'm going off the rails with conversation and just need to beat this level, please. Just focus. Bounce on this shell. Now bounce on it twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop. Jump. 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 I was gonna say, as long as you, like, are aware of it and at least attempt to not be as loud as you can possibly be, I guess it's good. Or at least if you're gonna do that, you at least try to drown it out a little bit. Although, as you may or may not have heard by our neighbors opening the door, most of the time our walls are actually like pretty well sealed for how old this apartment is. So hopefully that helps. Okay. Back to this room. Let's not fuck. I don't even have to do a running jump there. I'm hella dumb. I just have to run to it and jump up. Okay, I'm glad I took a second to look. That room is harder than it looks. And I think that's been my problem, is that I don't think that it's that hard of a room, and then I get to it and panic. I think if I just acknowledge that it's a hard room, it'll be fine. Because it's nothing that I can't do, I just keep freaking out when I get there for some reason. Oof. Okay. I hate to break it to you, Ari. He might just be loud. Okay. Fuck. Ugh. Okay. I'm close, but that run out of that tunnel is still fucking me up. So, I guess to sort of gush about Invictus a little bit more, One of the things that I've been having a lot of fun with when playing this hack is kind of analyzing how the music actually fits into the level design. Because I was kind of talking to Carissa about it. I forget in whose chat, but while we were watching through this, and as far as I know, she's like pretty. I don't know if she's like close with Jez or just like has talked to him a lot about Invictus, but she seemed to know a lot about like the development process behind it. And I guess for almost all of the levels, if not all of the levels, Jez actually had the music picked out first. Which, if you've watched my creative process, is like kind of different from how I do it. Like, I'll normally just design stuff, then pick music that fits the stuff I've kind of designed, and then tweak the platforming if like it's slower than the music or faster than the music or whatever, or tweak the palettes and stuff. But it was interesting that Jez kind of did it in reverse and like picked music and then based levels around it, because like, I'm kind of musically inclined, I guess. Like, I guess more than the average person might be, but, like, I can't, like, really write music or, like, I don't know. I can kind of play guitar, but, like, it's mostly just, like, me kind of playing the one, like, chord scale that I actually know and just kind of playing it in different positions and just playing around with it a little bit more. I don't know why I jumped there. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't think I needed to jump there. I think I freaked out. I think jumping was the absolute worst thing I could have done. Oh, with the music selection stuff, got it. I just kind of forgot what we were talking about, apparently. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Music while playing or like while designing has been kind of like back and forth for me, because like I have music that like I design well to, and then I have music that I play well to, if that makes sense. So like when I'm designing, I tend to kind of prefer more like really chill ambient stuff, like even in the middle of like super intense like design segments. But like if I tried to put like a Dust Force song in like the final castle or something, like people would just be like, what the fuck is the song doing here? Like, even if I spent like hours listening to that song and that song was like the inspiration behind a lot of the platforming, like, I don't know. And then it's just interesting to me that like music can be translated into Kaizo for different people in different ways, I guess. That's the first time I've jumped up into that much, of that kind of sucks. But like I know Juz is like in a band, so I know he definitely like sees music a lot more clearly than the average person would, and it's just kind of interesting to see how that plays out in his design stuff too. Yeah. I'm kind of weird about it, because like, I mean, you kind of saw it in my Bun Bun 2 design so far, like before this week or last week, whenever I put in the music, like the only music I had in the game was from the first Bun Bun. Like I didn't even patch like no music into stuff. I just like selected no music manually for all the levels. And like it worked, I guess, but I don't know. There's just something about actually adding in the level music to levels that definitely makes it feel a lot more full. And I guess, sort of on a very unrelated note, I didn't realize it's already 7:20, and like, kind of still need to shower and stuff. I'm probably gonna give this like another half hour or so, and then if, like, especially if I haven't made midway, I'll call it then, and just pick this up again later. My progress on Invictus is gonna probably be a little slower than average because I am trying to have this be like an NT specific playthrough. And I try not to play the NT a ton when Taylor's home because it does take up like the only TV we have out here. But she is also about to be going into midterms soon. Oh, I thought that was a jump. Well, it's not really like a specific playthrough so much as I don't want to just keep like switching back and forth between being on console for this game and being on emulator for this game. So like at this point I would rather just play it on NT because I feel like I'm gonna need to anyway. Like there were a couple of times during my Storks playthrough that I was starting to wonder how much of it was just from being on emulator, and I don't really want to deal with that during all of Invictus also. Okay. Fuck! Ugh. How do I jump off this last block? I've ran off of it like 4 times now. And like, it's not really that hard of a block to jump off of, especially since I don't have to jump off of. Like, I just jump straight up. Okay. This last room is making me salty. Ah, thank God. Okay. I don't know how much longer I could have fucked that up for. I was pretty nervous I was gonna choke there, but alright. Bop, bop, bop. Ooh, a disco. Hey, Koji. And thank you everyone for the H. That was a satisfying H. 'Cause that's one that I've been working for a while. Okay, so that's not just runoff. I had to check. I have to start checking first cycles for like pretty much everything, because I have a tendency to sort of like rule out the first cycle as being like too easy. And then a lot of the times it just ends up being a first cycle, and I'm like, well, I could have just done this like 20 minutes ago if I would have just not been dumb. How do I get under this? Hey Yuri, yeah. I'm doing pretty well. Doing a lot better now that I got this midway. It took me an hour. Actually, it took me as long as the rest of the hack has so far. Alright, so it's just a quick bounce under. But how are you doing tonight? Maybe I actually want it to bounce off the wall. Hey Melon, how's it going? Everybody's here tonight. Cool. Okay. I'm not entirely sure why I thought that was gonna work, but it did not. And I hope you are feeling better also, Melon. Okay, yeah, it is a quick bonk off the wall there. Okay. And then just jump up and around. Jump up, and get down. And it's good to hear that you're eating. That's always the hardest part of being sick for me, is my appetite. Like, even in non-appetite related sicknesses is like very quick to go. So the static is unfortunately just a result of me pumping up the mic so you guys can actually hear me when I'm talking. It's mostly just a noise gate related thing, I think, but because I do have the gain turned up a lot so you guys can actually hear, it's something that I keep forgetting to fix, honestly. Interesting. Is that for the thing that you were talking about in Discord yesterday? I assume. Yeah, Luce is a really good person to talk to about that. I have been waiting for him to release his hack, because like, I know it's going to have a lot of really cool shit in it, but I think he's just taking his time with it, which is good. Okay. So then bounce, hit this block off, grab this, which I believe will turn that line into a block. We are never gonna find out. But I guess that explains why there's an on-off block here, because there kind of has to be. Well, that's cool. That'll be a good thing to expand, especially if you're able to make it like remotely customizable. And honestly, I'm glad someone finally used that channel, because I feel like there's a couple unused channels on my Discord, but that's okay. Honestly, I'm surprised anyone's even using my Discord at all. Like, I had it for a couple of months, and it was literally just, like, me sitting in there. You can actually kind of see it still if you go, like, a little bit earlier back in the Pokemon channel. Like, all the Pokemon channel used to be was notes for when I was drafting my Pokemon stuff. Because nobody else was in there, so... Now would probably just be me bitching about Sword and Shield, but that's okay. There's enough of that going around on the internet, so that's true. Oh, it was a weird launch off that. I thought it was actually good there. And honestly, I go back and forth between, like, not being on Discord at all and then just, like, living in Discord. And I think once I get, like, officially settled in my new job, I'll probably be on the not in there at all end of it a lot. But I'm in, like, a weird in-between with my job right now where, like, I technically, like, I got the promotion and I'm technically an analyst already. But because the other supervisor is on vacation, like, I can't actually go do my analyst stuff yet, so I'm basically just, like, a supervisor for the next month still. But, I mean, I was kind of already expecting that, because, like, I'm the only supervisor they've had in the unit since, like, March of 2017, I think. So I would have been kind of surprised if they pulled me out of the unit to leave the unit with absolutely no one for a month. But it's still a little weird, I guess, because I got hired for a different job, but my first duties at that different job are to cover for my old job. I feel like the second half, so far at least, has been a little bit easier to figure out than the first. Okay, so if I can get that bonk off the wall and then jump onto the shell, it's like free. I wonder if that's because it, like, lines up the speed with Mario's speed perfectly or something. That shell room is a little awkward. Also, I realize now that because I got the midway, I can't actually, like, quit as easily as I would before. So, I guess my shower will be whenever the fuck I beat this level. Or at 8:30 and we redo the first half, I guess. Okay, so it looks like I bounce off of the on-off block and then just straight down to where I would pick up the key. Because if I do any more than that, it's just straight up isn't going to work. down, jump around, fall down, jump quick. I stopped holding right because I was worried I was going to run it off into the lava. I just gotta let it bounce off that wall. There we go. Alright, what's going on in this room? I need to run around, jump over that lava gap, turn those blocks on, grab the shell, probably circle around again, alright, I think this is probably easier if I just try to do it. Damn it. I was worried about that. I got to the part right until I mapped it out and got confused, and then, surprise, surprise, I played it and got confused when it was mapped out in front of me. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, though, is just turn the switch back on, then go down. I mean, at least the rooms leading up to that super confusing clock room, I guess, aren't really that bad. Like, luckily that's a very innocent disco ride. That part's not super bad when you have the visual cue and then you get back to here. So the only way to turn off the on-off block that's down below me down there is to kick it at this switch. So I'm gonna have to kick and re-grab this shell for sure. So I think as long as I just stay pretty close behind this, I'll have enough time to do it here. Oh. I mean, that was right, but I kind of fucked it up, I guess. Whoops. Okay. Hopefully I can get this done in the next 10 to 20 minutes, because I would like to shower before Taylor calls. Like, I was worried that was gonna happen at some point, but I kind of figured because it hadn't happened on the first 2 attempts that it wasn't really something I actually needed to worry about that much anymore. And the second I stopped worrying about it is when I died, so I guess I'll be aware of that next time. Oh god. So that time it was because I entered that room too fast. I meant to go in behind that, and instead I went in front of it, which, I mean, I'm assuming is still possible, but given that I don't entirely know what to do at the end of that room, I would like to buy myself as much time as I can. It's just 2 bounces. It looks like there's enough room for a 3rd bounce, but it's like 1 tile too short. So just let it bounce off the wall, bounce, bounce, and then a big jump. Or bounce and then a big jump off of it, because that's the thing I've been having trouble with. Or it is 3 bounces if I run off. That's confusing, but okay. Maybe I'll just start running off then, so it's 3 every time. That's much better, because I can just run as it hits the wall. Okay. It's a little precise of timing, but I can do it. I could also just not have it be that precise and slow fall instead of fast fall. Ah. I meant to turn back there and just didn't. That was on me. Alright. Let's get back to the clock room and just get out of here. Alright. Starting to forget my visual cue for that shell room, which kind of sucks, because that shell room is not the easiest. Come on. It's because I said I was going to get it soon, isn't it? I definitely spin jumped that time. I don't know, I guess I must not have hit it hard enough, but my finger definitely went down to the spin jump button and hit it. I'm a little annoyed at that one. Oh. I'm hella dumb, you just use the key. Okay. Alright, that room's not bad at all. It's just going around in circles. For some reason I thought you had to hit the shell, or you had to like catch the shell as it was ricocheting around in that like 4 tile gap, but you definitely just kicked the key. Alright. Not gonna put a time limit on it, because every time I put a time limit on it, my body's just like, you sure about that? But I feel like this is going down soon, hopefully. Such confidence. My eyes have to like bounce back and forth so much in that shell room. And I think that's why I don't normally like shell stuff. Have a good night, Light. Thanks for hanging out for so long. GG on Claire and Bun Bun again. And see you around. Okay. So I actually don't have to turn back if I don't have speed there. And I keep just running off the edge in that room, so I really need to be careful about that. I don't know if it's something that I'm doing, or if I'm, like, playing that part with emulator timing. And only that room specifically for some reason. This room is a little laggy, I think. Maybe that's why. Alright, let's just do another loop. Running out of time here. Okay, I was gonna die anyway. Alright. So goal is to do that segment without looping around 3 times. Alright. We fucked around in this room last time. Let's just go ahead and beat it now. Nope, not beating it. Oh man, that room is so hard to just stay in front of the thing that you're supposed to stay in front of. I really like it, but fuck, that's a hard room. Oh, that's death block. Okay. I was wondering what that pink line was. Alright, mystery solved. We can beat the level now. We did it. Oh my god, why am I kicking this straight up every time? Okay, let me just get a little bit more distance in front of this instead of trying it again. Okay. Oh god. Fuck! God damn it! I made how many loops around that thing, and all I needed was that last jump. Ah, Juzz. Alright. I mean, I'm sure you could feel the tension of me in that room. I felt like I actually had it when I went around again and actually bought myself a little bit more time. I was like, oh hell yeah, that's definitely the strat. And then I fucked it up on the last possible jump. I'm amazed I'm still alive. Whew. Alright. I was gonna hit S, but I actually don't have a save state here. So, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually, like, know how to save on ND. Oh, it's the secret level next, okay. It's down in select, I think? Oh, it's just select. Okay. So, okay, I do have an Invictus save, so it should be good.